Boom, and we're live. How you doing, man? I
Hanging in
sorry,
there.
I don't want to keep the Joe. I don't want to keep doing the Joe Rogan. Boom, and we're live. It's just really hard not to. It's like the coolest thing ever. Well, everybody,
Uh,
welcome to the Cross the Atlantic podcast, episode 3. No Star Wars reference this time. My good buddy Ash is still stuck in Madison, Wisconsin, with a no comment girlfriend. I'm just gonna say nothing. Um, she's gorgeous, all right? You keep that up.
Yes, she is.
Yes, she is. Um, and today we're just going to talk out of our ass, really, but coronavirus is going to come up because it's just the contemporary thing to talk about, I guess. And
Yep.
I promise I will make this background better. So, what do you got to say, my man? How's everything over there?
Weird, weird. People are really not following the orders very well. Um,
I got something to say
Still,
about that in a minute. Yeah.
yeah, we went out to go pick up some stuff from a storage unit, which obviously nobody's there. It's like an outdoor lot, but there were so many people at the grocery stores and just driving around, and it really doesn't seem like anybody's staying at home.
Right. That's not good. Well, I have to say, I live in the state of Bavaria, which has the toughest regulations. It's kind of like comparable to California, maybe, you know?
Okay. Okay.
Um, and the states that lie, the state that lies east of us is called Baden-Württemberg. So it's maybe, I don't know what it would be in English. I have no idea. Let's just call it Baden. So Baden is the restrictions are a lot lighter. So in Bavaria, I can even go to the hardware store. All the hardware stores are closed, which is a good thing. Problem
Right.
is, I had a big water leak in my basement today. Um, we're talking like 10 gallons a minute or something like that.
Oh,
So
jeez.
it was a problem. So then there is no hardware store open. I can't get anything like that at a grocery store. And yes, of course, that's not a like not a life-threatening situation. But if you got a foot of water in your basement, it's not a good thing.
Right.
So I actually had to drive across the state lines, which sounds like driving from LA to Vegas or something, but no, it's really just half an hour to get to Krausheim, which is in Baden-Württemberg. And I called my coworker. She lives there,
Yeah.
and she said, "Yeah, they're open. No worries." So I get there, and literally there's 1,000 people there, and guess what their plates say? Bavaria. And guess what they're not doing? They're not one of them was wearing a face mask. I was the only one. I got pictures to prove it. I'm not going to show them, but I do have them. And I was wearing gloves. Nobody else was.
Yeah.
And I went in there and I got the parts that I needed, and I got some coal and some firewood and stuff. Just to get through a couple of days without having to leave the house, which is good. Um, and then I get in my car and somebody starts talking to me that his car is nicer than mine, and I'm like, yeah, it's a good time to bring that up. Um, so I literally just like, dude, I gotta go. See ya. That was ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, so there's that. I got everything I needed. I think I did it as clean as I could. I got like some hand sanitizer in my car that has like 80% alcohol, so that does actually work against viruses as well. And I think we're gonna survive.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, no, it's what you were just talking about, that's happening here too. Like, so in Wisconsin, I don't know about other states around here, but in Wisconsin, all the hardware stores are still open.
Mm,
McDonald's is still open.
really? Well, that's a necessity in
Yeah,
America.
but Starbucks is closed.
Right. Interesting.
I don't know how they figured out which businesses were essential, um, but I kind of feel like McDonald's should probably be closed, you know, but apparently that's just essential here.
Well, the thing is here, restaurants that have pickup options are also open.
That's what it is. There's no sit down anywhere,
Right.
but pick up and obviously drive-throughs are open. But in my opinion, like you know, I don't know. We drove through a coffee shop last week, and the employees weren't wearing gloves. They
Right.
were putting the straws in our drinks with their hands. You know, I took the straw out and immediately threw it away.
Good call. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like that. Like, you know, people are dumb. So if you don't hold their hand and show them what to do,
Right.
they're they're gonna make mistakes. And even having the drive-throughs open seems really stupid at this point.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think it should be close to it. Really, just necessities. But again, if you have a situation like I did today, it's kind of a problem. I cannot have
Right.
fucking 10 gallons and running into my fucking basement constantly. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's still
I
wet.
guess I get the
I got a
hardware
fan
stores.
going. Well, at least one in every county or something. So at least you have a possibility to get something if you have an emergency.
Right.
I was gonna say, yeah, but at the hardware store where I was today, they had like these dividers on the floor, like they just basically taped the floor. They put like like sections of 6 foot, 6 foot sections so that you would keep distance to the people in front of you. And
Right.
the cashier was like telling somebody, "Hey, can you step behind the line, please, so that we keep this whole social distancing going?" And the guy got pissed off, dropped his shit, and walked out. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with him? What is up with him?
And maybe he was really hoping to contract it,
I don't
and
know.
that cashier just ruined his day.
Yeah. And then she then told me the story that somebody else said, "Well, I'm not afraid to die." And I was like, dude, well, I am.
I know, and also that's not the fucking point, man.
Right. Yeah.
It's like it's like if people aren't following these rules, like okay, yeah, you think you're immune, especially younger people generation.
That guy was not young.
Yeah, well, I'm not. No, we're not going to name names here, but you know, Gen Z is retarded when it comes to this.
I think actually the young people here are more following it more than the old people. Everywhere I go, I mean, there's always old people out all the time.
Not
They're not
yeah,
protecting themselves.
not here, man. It's the you know the spring breakers. By the way, the University of Wisconsin now has several cases from students who went on spring
Florida.
break and came back with it.
Right.
So good job.
Mm.
You know, they think they're immune to it because I don't know why they think that, but it's not the case. Actually, there was a 19-year-old who died in Lancaster, California,
Yeah, I heard about that.
which was, you know, I think the first teenager to die in the U.S.
We had a case
But
in France as well with a 16-year-old girl. She died
yeah,
yesterday, I think.
see, they think that he might have had underlying health issues, but he was actually denied care because he didn't have insurance.
Lovely.
There was an urgent care that sent him to go to the county hospital, and he died on the way there. He went into cardiac arrest.
Whoa, crazy.
They brought him back, but then he died 6 hours later.
Oh yeah, I mean, most people don't survive that cardiac
Yeah,
arrest. I mean, yeah, they might bring you back for a while, but
yeah. That's the thing. I just don't, you know, in the States, I can't imagine that the private healthcare system is going to survive the coronavirus. How? Like, like you know what I mean? Like there's no reason anybody should be turned away because they don't have insurance for something that they did not cause. I mean, not that anybody ever causes an illness in themselves, but you know
well,
what I'm saying?
smokers do, drinkers do, yeah, boozers
Well,
do, but
yeah, but I mean, but you can't blame the person for this
no.
pandemic and to ask them to pay like if I get the virus right now, I'm not insured. If I get the virus, I go to a hospital, I have to be treated. When they send me that bill, this is what I'm going to send them.
Yeah, well, that's the
There's no
problem with
way I'm going to pay that
most.
bill.
That's kind of like the healthcare system in America. You just don't pay. You know,
Yeah, yeah. There's
that's
no way.
what's the point of that is the question. So you just have a
Well,
bunch of hospitals sitting on bills,
yeah.
and a
Well,
bunch of people
nobody.
that fuck up their credit for the rest of their lives because they
Yeah.
didn't pay.
Well, and nobody's going to have a job by the end of this. So how
Right.
do they expect this private system to continue? I really don't think it will. I think this is maybe the end of the private insurance in the United States. I just
Well,
don't
now
see
would be
how
the
it.
time to switch, but you'd have to.
Yeah.
You guys you have the wrong people in charge right now. It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. No shit. Oh, wouldn't that be a beauty though if Republicans had to be the ones to buy all the hospitals?
not gonna happen. But yeah, that would be a beauty.
Wouldn't that be just a big fuck you?
Definitely. Well, I think I was in Florida. I was over there in February. There was already Corona, but it was only in China at that time.
Yeah.
And as you saw my chimney, I had to replace a chimney cap there at my house. And the sheet metal guy was like, "So how's life in Germany?" I'm like, "It's all right. You know, it's so shitty weather, but other than that, it's good." And he's like, "So what do you pay for healthcare?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't even know. It's that little." And he's like, "I paid $1,200." And I was like, "What the fuck?" You know.
Yep.
And it turns out I paid €242 for my entire family every month, and I'm fully covered, except for
Yeah.
dental. So we'd
Yeah.
have to buy dental insurance, which costs like $10 extra.
I think most people here pay more than that.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
paid more than that over there, way
Like,
more. And you have a huge copay too. Like here, you don't have copays, so it's like if you stay at a hospital, I think I paid when Sandra had some kind of, I don't know what that's called, when your nose, between your nose and your shit gets infected. Yeah, I don't know what it's called.
sinus.
Sinus infection, yeah. So she stayed at the hospital for 3 days because everything was like spinning, So she was like, she couldn't fucking walk straight.
Right.
And we paid like $60, I think. I think it was $20 a night. And like when Leo, my son, broke his arm, there was somebody left out a trap, like a bear trap, literally like a bear trap to
Oh,
kill
right. Right. Yeah.
these little critters. I don't know what they're called in English. I guess it's like a ferret kind of. Um, they like to chew on cables here, like on car cables, like for the batteries. I don't know why they're attracted to it somehow. So people put out these traps, which are illegal, but they're still left over. They're like 150 years old, but it's like a fucking mechanical. So simple. It's like it's mechanical simpleton that doesn't break. Those things are they're fucking indestructible. So
Right.
he grabbed into that trap and it almost broke his arm, and they took him to the hospital. I think our copay for that was €15.
15.
15 for the ambulance transport and for the hospital for one day.
That's
And
crazy.
that I could have gotten back because he's a minor, but I didn't even bother. What for? $7 to $15. It's not worth doing the call.
Yeah, dude.
Sorry.
I can't even tell you what that would have cost here, but it would have been a lot.
Well, probably somewhere in the area. Well, the transport to the hospital probably somewhere between $800 and $1,500, somewhere in that area. Depends on how far it is, which is also fucking crazy.
Yeah, ambulances can be in the thousands easy.
Yeah, yeah. Depends where you are. And
Yeah.
then, well, the hospital stay, I don't know, probably another 1,000, just to check on the arm, the X-rays, and all that stuff, at least. Yeah, probably
Uh,
more than that.
uh, oh yeah, the cost. That's see. This is what I'm saying. Is like if they're treating somebody right now with the virus.
Hmm.
Imagine how many IVs. Imagine the ventilator. Like they're paying for all those things, or their insurance is paying for it, and they're paying their co-pays or deductibles or whatever.
Hmm.
But the thing is like there's just no way with this many people being sick that industry is going to be, it's going to stay up. There's no fucking way. Like, unless we bail them out, which if we do that, I'm out of here. If we bail out the private health insurance industry, I will
They might
fucking
have
leave.
to. I wouldn't be surprised.
Nah, just let them fail, all of them. Like just absorb them. Absorb
That's what
them.
they should do. But that's what I always said they should do. Executive order, take everybody that does offer some kind of medical service, take that all over, government owned. Get all those
Yeah.
people that work there to work, so that's like the best service industry that you got, like literally, a gazillion people answering phones and doing billing and all
Mm-hmm.
kinds of shit. That should be what they should be doing. The problem is that nobody has the balls to do it. Period.
No, 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 because they'd say it'd be political suicide, but it wouldn't really. I mean,
Depend if it works. No, other than that.
well, yeah, they'll just go kicking and screaming into the night.
So let me show you some things that I just looked up real quick. So I'm going to switch to my browser. So this is Germany right now. This is from today. So we're looking at, I think we just passed 50,000 cases in Germany, and we just about have 400 people that died.
Wow.
That being said, the amount of people that have healed is now higher than the people that are new infected. So the amount of the 50,000 people includes everybody that has been healed, but we've actually had like 6,000 or 7,000 people that have gotten healed. So it's actually the amount of infected people that are currently infected is actually dropping. And so we're
Good.
hoping that it stays that way. So I live right here. See, this is the Ansbach County, and this is where Baden-Württemberg starts at this white line right here.
Right.
I drove into this county to go to the hardware store. So we have 120 cases in my county, so which is 62.5 on 100,000 people. So that's not very high. But if you go to
Right.
other, there was a beer fest in this county in late February, where you had like 2 or 3,000 people in one tight spot, and they were all partying on the tables, all this here. So
Yes, I do.
so they all got infected. So that's a very low populated county. So they have a lot. See, they have less than 100,000 people in the entire county.
Yeah.
So they have 300 something cases and have 473 for 100,000 people. That's a lot.
What are these little tiny counties within your county? What is that?
Those are county-free cities. So here, for example, you have Ansbach County, which where I live, and then you have Ansbach City right there, which is in the middle. See?
Gotcha.
So Ansbach Stadt, that means Ansbach City, and then you have that's the county capital, basically.
Okay. Okay.
And there's some areas that don't have a county around it that they're just county-free cities because they have enough of a population so that they don't, there's no need to have a county for them, I guess.
Right.
So where I'm from here, Bottrop, they don't have a county, it's just city.
Right.
So Bottrop has
Okay.
a very low infectious rate.
Well, that's good. That's some good news.
Yeah, so hopefully it stays that way, and hopefully I didn't understand it wrong, but that was my understanding of it as of today. So it's going to be dropping. At least the new infections are going to be less than the people that are recovered. So over time, it's gonna go down.
Right.
All right, so then there's your map as of today. It's a lot less funny than you think.
Oh, dude, it's just a fucking joke. Our response has been a joke.
Well, the
Like,
thing is, it might. I'm not going to be the guy that's supporting Trump here in any way, but it is very hard to manage this. What you should have done is given more support to the local governments, to the governors, and to the representatives that are, in individual states and cities.
yeah,
And
yeah,
not
but
have.
it's
You shouldn't have made fun of it. You should have taken it seriously.
well,
Um,
first, man, first thing that I mean, we know he did a lot of things wrong, but one of the first things is he passed off the responsibility for medical equipment to the
yeah,
governors because he
right.
didn't know what to do. Then he started withholding help from the federal government to governors he didn't like Jay Inslee and the governor of Michigan, and then went on television and said that exact thing, that we don't call back people that aren't nice to us, basically, which he's taking it personally, which is just crazy. Like, I can't give him any credit for anything. Trump is a disaster.
Right. Well, it's funny that he resisted, like Cuomo told him on TV that he should enact this war or whatever shit app thing that you got, that weird law that you have. What is it called? You told me again, the defense
It's
law or something?
the Defense Production Act.
The Defense Production Act, right. So he did do that yesterday, right? Or was it today? I don't know.
Yeah.
So then he immediately went on Twitter and says, GM and Ford built this shit now. Like, why didn't he do that a month ago? That's what I'm wondering. Like, why didn't he tell them, hey, can you make some of these things now so that we have them? I mean, it's not like he didn't know it a month ago. I mean, in China,
Dude,
we were already
well,
aware that this would be needed.
he said, I believe what he said was that he was looking for companies to volunteer and he didn't want to force them to do it. But the truth is, and then he went on TV and called himself a war president. The truth is, though, you ain't no fucking FDR. I mean, any of those presidents would have authorized immediately the industry to create what we needed for materials of war or to combat a disease. The thing is that he's not that kind of a leader, and he never fucking will be.
No.
His delays. Yeah, dude, 3 days ago he was saying that he didn't believe New York needed all the ventilators that they said they needed. He's publicly said that.
Well, I saw news today that in New York they had to rent freezer trucks because they couldn't handle the bodies anymore. They had to put them somewhere.
Yeah,
So
the
instead
morgues are
of
full.
keeping them at the morgue, they had put them in a freezer truck, which is, it makes sense. What else are you going to do, But
Yeah.
maybe that could have been avoided if there was a little bit more care from the federal government. But, again, I don't know, I'm not an expert, but it just makes sense to me.
I honestly, the I mean, good on some of these states. If you're looking at this map, some of these states have done tremendous jobs. Like their governors have done an amazing job. California, for its population, has done remarkably well.
Hmm.
Another one is Kentucky. Here in Wisconsin, they've done it. I mean, they've done a pretty good job. I mean, we haven't seen all the numbers yet, but look at New Mexico. New Mexico's looking pretty damn good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does actually look pretty good.
Yeah, Texas's response has been terrible. I think that their numbers aren't even accurate because they've done almost nothing. So Louisiana obviously is getting hammered right now, and I mean
That's
New
because of
York.
the churches, no?
Yeah, New York obviously.
Well, my friends in Florida, I used to live in West Palm Beach, in the West Palm Beach area, so there's a lot of New Yorkers there, and they're
Yeah,
still landing as of now. And Florida is basically God's waiting room, so there's a lot of old people there.
right.
Irresponsible to keep letting them in.
Oh,
Irresponsible.
dude,
And
that's
the governor of
insane.
Florida doesn't give a fuck, not even a little bit.
No, but he left the fucking beaches open for spring break
Yes,
just to
that's
make
what
a
I'm
little
saying.
money. And like all those kids came down there, infected each other, and now they're all heading home to kill their parents. So good
Yeah,
job, Florida.
lovely.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we'll see where this goes. It's definitely going to cost a lot of money. It's going to kill a lot of people. I don't know.
This is a good map,
Everybody's
though.
already talking about. Everybody's already talking about when this is going to be over. So I heard like May, and I was like, dude, this is just getting started over there. There's no fucking end in sight, as far as
Oh
I'm
no,
concerned.
absolutely not, absolutely not, dude. I mean, we're just feeling it. Like Inyo County, all right, Inyo County, California, population 16,000, has its first cases.
Mm.
It's that tiny dot underneath the
Yeah,
California
so
sign.
yeah,
That tiny dot, like in
right
the
there.
corner there. And that areas are, I mean, people are freaking out. But it's just beginning in the rural areas. They're just starting to see this.
Yeah, they are not
And
prepared for that because I know I saw
nope.
I saw some share from the Mammoth Hospital the other day on Facebook, and
Really?
yeah, I think your sister-in-law shared it. That's why I got it.
Okay.
And they saying they have like a 16-bed facility, and they had like
Oh yeah.
one
Oh yeah.
ventilator or something like that. So I'm like, yeah, not a good idea.
No, those rural communities, and see across the whole Midwest there,
Yeah,
where there's nothing yet, but they're starting to pop up. Those places don't have a lot of
they're not ready.
resources.
Yeah.
They are not ready for this, and those communities are very tight. I mean, I know the people are spread out because of the properties and all that, and there's a lot of farming and stuff like that. But those community centers in there, the churches, all the stuff, some of those states are not locked down. Those people are still
Right.
going about their daily lives. And once that kicks off, I mean, there's a whole other side. Yes, the urban areas obviously are going to have the highest, most dramatic numbers because everybody's very close together. It's, everybody's looking at New York and going, yeah, of course,
Well, look at Manhattan.
but
I mean, that thing is packed
yeah,
in.
but there's almost no place in here, this whole map that isn't touched already,
Right.
But,
Well, there's no state that doesn't have a case. But in Germany,
no,
there's no county that doesn't have a case either. So we have everywhere there's cases.
right.
Yeah. So then this happened today.
Oh yeah.
10,000 people, man. That's a lot of people. See, they're having problems getting them into the ground too. They don't even know what to do with all the bodies.
Right.
They're all centered in the Bergamo and in the Milan area. So those, it's not like it's all spread out over Italy. There's just a couple of cities, a couple of counties that are really heavily affected by this.
Right.
It's, I mean, there's a lot
Man.
of again, it's a lot of old people, but again, you need to put those bodies somewhere. Of course, I mean, 10,000 people, that's 10,000 families and 10,000 daughters, brothers, whatever, children crying and whatnot. So that's
Yeah.
terrible, man. And again, Italy says that they haven't even peaked yet.
Right.
So
Well,
there's
Italy,
got a lot more to come.
like their death ratio seems really high, like the percentages.
Yeah.
But they've only been testing people, and they've said this. They're only testing people that are really critically ill. So, or that are obviously like really sick. Whereas people who just have like mild symptoms, they're not even testing them.
Right.
So hopefully their death, the actual percentage is not as high as it looks right now.
Well,
Because
the thing is also in Italy, there's first of all, there's a very old population. Generally speaking, they get very old because their climate is very nice and they eat very well, you know, that sort of thing. And they
yeah.
drink a lot of wine, which makes you old. But
Wine ages you.
totally, yeah.
They
If you drink, hey,
don't.
dude, I've seen people that they could not be clinically alive, but they were drinking a bottle of wine a day. They're good.
That's, you know what? Maybe I should drink more wine.
I think we both should drink more wine. Next time we drink wine, how about that? When we do this
Yeah.
cast,
Yes. Next episode, wine drinking.
the wine cast.
I got a box of it, so
I
we're
got a
good.
name for the next episode. The wine cast.
Hey, we should get fucked up during it too. That would be even better.
Yeah, yeah. And now I think I want to give some money to Zoom so we can get fucked up over 2 hours.
There you go. Sounds like a plan.
We're just gonna record this thing for 2 hours. Anyway, so yeah, yeah, and the same. They're saying that Spain is the new Italy, but Italy is not even there yet. I mean, they're still peaking, you know. So I'm not sure. I don't know where this is gonna go, man. It's bad.
Dude, maybe you could shed some light on this. I read a report yesterday that Austria had finally canceled its train routes with Italy. Have they been open to Italy via train for this whole time?
As far as I know, they've been closed for about a week.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that Germany closed everything about a week ago, and I know Switzerland kept it open a little longer because they're like a transit country, you know, that they're like in the middle of it all. And
Right.
then they decided to close it as well. And I thought that Austria already canceled all like you couldn't even cross the border no more unless you had like a doctor's note or you had like some very serious reason. But there
Right.
were Germans trying to go into Austria to like mow their lawn or something like that, you know. That was not enough of a reason to go to Austria, so that they were rejected at the border.
To mow their lawn.
Yeah, if you get some hut somewhere there on some mountainside, you gotta mow the lawn, yeah.
Oh, I was just thinking like Germans were heading there to like mow some Austrians' lawn.
No,
Like,
well,
we're
I
the
don't think
nice.
Germans are that nice. That would be, I mean, the
Yeah, I'm like,
Austrians.
that's a.
Whoa, what happened here? Okay, just reloaded.
That's
Good.
funny.
Well, the Austrians might do that. They're a lot nicer than we are. What the hell is going on here? All right, I don't want to buy your clothes. All right, so let's go to the next thing here. This is actually a positive thing that happens. The air pollution in Europe has dropped a lot.
No shit.
Drastically. So here, this is actually from March 2019, so about a year ago. I didn't find one for Germany, so we have to settle for France. But you see Germany somewhat in here. You see that's the Stuttgart area, which is the the car capital of Germany. It's a little bit Porsche and Mercedes and those kind of things.
Yeah.
And then up here is the Ruhr Valley, which is where I'm from. That's the steel industry is settled and a lot of so dirty industry, the chemical industry and that sort of thing.
Right.
Of course, here you got the Paris metro area, and as you can see, the rest of France doesn't seem to matter much. They just have a bunch of farms. That's really all it is.
Yeah.
But if you move this thing, you will see the difference is amazing. It's like people
wow.
just wiped out. See the pollution above
wow.
the sea even.
Yeah. Oh wow.
That's a big difference. Yeah.
That's great.
And there's actually Milan is right here.
Yeah.
I would tell you, my wife's cousin actually contracted corona. He's a physician in southern Switzerland, and
No
he
shit.
had it, and he actually had a pneumonia too. So he was home for about a week and then went away because he's like 30 something,
Yeah.
and he's actually back to work now, being corona positive. Because
Is
they
he? So
need him.
is he considered immune now, or is
He's
he
sick.
one of those? What he's what?
He's still sick.
He's still sick.
Yes, but he's treating only corona patients, so you can't get them anymore sick. So
Right.
that's
Wow.
what I.
Wow. Yeah,
So
because I
there's
mean,
that.
yeah, that's I mean the pollution thing, man, is that's some great news. I did see something similar for China, but now they're obviously back to making shit.
I did see something for the American continent too, but I don't know if it's on this one. Oh, yeah, here's Italy.
Oh, okay.
See,
That's
Milan is
interesting.
that area is very dirty actually. I mean, I don't know if you've ever been there. It's a very dirty area, but it's
Oh
a big
yeah.
difference too.
Oh man. Wow. You know, the Earth's getting a little break from us right now.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll learn from this, but I doubt that we will.
No, hell no, man.
Yeah, I saw this. I saw this for China as well. So China, like, it was drastically reduced.
Yeah. You know, maybe that's why the spring isn't coming.
It needs to fucking come. It's fucking cold here, and it's supposed to freeze tomorrow. We're gonna have like -5
Dude,
Celsius tomorrow. Not Fahrenheit, luckily.
our forecast in Wisconsin keeps saying it's going to be like 50 something degrees, and then it rains, and then it's like 40 something. It
Yeah,
Fahrenheit,
there's
you
something
know,
wrong with that.
because
That's probably because they like expect there to be a certain amount of global warming involved or something. I don't know.
yeah. Yeah, they're like it'll be probably a little bit warmer, but oh man, all right, shit,
Yeah,
I
so
can't.
tomorrow's night. Oh, this is today, man. It's already over, man. Come on. So tomorrow's supposedly nice, and then on Monday it's gonna be like shit, fuck cold.
Dude,
Yeah,
I know
tomorrow's
I
gonna be
can't.
very. Ugh.
I'm really waiting on this warmer weather. You know, I mean, remember Trump promised us that April was going to kill this thing with all the sunshine.
Well, what Trump says
Let's
counts,
not
man.
forget that.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Yep. Anyway, but
Yep, yep.
yeah, man, just I mean, are you just locked down indefinitely for now until your work comes back or what?
Until my work comes back. No, I'm working from home.
No, I know, but I mean like until they ask you to come back to the office, like are you in this for the long haul?
Yeah, we're definitely. The office is closed until April 20th. So I know at least another 3 weeks.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm
I
here.
enjoy it actually. I get a lot of stuff done here at home. I get more done at work because nobody bothers me. You know.
Right. Right.
Um, I don't mind it at all. I used to work from home. I worked from home for 6 years, and I think it's a lot more productive than working from an office.
I mean, I can't work from home obviously because
No,
my job is on the road, but I mean, I'm pretty much just here until it's safe to drive across country,
you
you
sure
know,
about that?
which yeah, I'm here I'm here for the time being. Maybe I'm thinking probably a month to a month and a half.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
not
I hope it's
complaining.
well if it goes after Trump, so you'll be fine by what is it, April 9th? You should be okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
just in time for
Trump's
Easter.
word counts, man. It's a special day,
Yeah.
bro. It's a special day.
He had a conversation with the virus and the virus just loves him so much and said, "Oh my God, you understand me so well." And
Yeah.
Trump's like, "I know."
The virus was
And
impressed. He,
yeah,
he
he's
was a
just
great
well,
negotiator, but Trump is just higher. He's just on a different level.
he's he's not a great negotiator. He's not good at anything.
No, the virus was a great negotiator,
Oh, the virus is. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, but
Just like that guy
yeah,
from North Korea with the shitty haircut. What's his name?
Kim Jong Un.
Whatever.
Oh, you mean Trump's like best friend slash also mortal enemy, depending on which day of the week it is?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he'll say how great he is, and they'll like jerk each other off for a couple days, and then they'll go back to hating each other. It's weird. They have a love
Yeah.
hate thing. I bet like cameras didn't catch it, but I bet they shared a nice kiss at the demilitarized zone. You know, like in between camera shots, like they just kind of made out a little bit. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
That's like the worst scenario, the worst image. I don't want to think about that image, bro. It's not cool. Bro.
Yeah.
Not cool.
Yep. Just two fat dictators just going at it.
Why you continue doing this?
Sorry. I'm sorry, man. I gotta lighten the mood here.
Yeah. Well, what else is up? How's your toilet paper situation?
Oh man, we bought early and we bought a lot. So
nice. So you guys, they call this hamster purchasing over here. I don't know why, because hamster, I guess they collect nuts and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that what you guys did?
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I remember my roommate in LA. She was also your girlfriend for a while.
Yeah.
She had this hamster-like thing. I don't remember what it's called.
No, it was a fucking chinchilla.
Chinchilla, that's right. It's basically a hamster, same shit. It just rotates. Magic. It does really cool shit when you put it in a bowl.
Yes, yeah. See?
It does, so it's pretty impressive. Anyway, so one night when she wasn't there, I gave that thing, like, I was trying how many almonds it could fit in its mouth.
Yeah.
And I think I thought it was 16. It might be 14, but it was a lot.
Really?
It kept sticking them in there, and I was like, "That's impressive, man." And it was like literally like.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
You bastard. Cool. Is that what you would do when we weren't there? Just fucking see how many almonds you could feed?
That was one time. I was drinking.
Hey, remember when her dog like attacked you?
Yeah, that was great.
And we had to take you to the emergency room.
That is my forever memory of the great American healthcare system right there, dude. Oh my God.
Oh, they sewed you up and you got infected from it?
Yeah. Good days. I can still actually feel that whenever I pick up something heavy. It's like there's a hole in my arm. It's fucking weird.
Really?
Yeah. After, what is that, 15 years ago?
Oh, dude, yeah. That was a long time ago. At least, yeah, about 15. Jesus Christ, we're old.
I know, right? Today I saw like a guy. He was like an old fat guy with white hair and no face mask. He was wearing a Nirvana shirt. I was like, fuck, I'm old.
I mean, was Nirvana as big in Germany as they were in the States?
I don't know. I was like 12 when that happened, so I really don't know. But they were like, everybody knows them, so they must have been somewhat big. You know, they were pretty big in like the late 90s when, Kurt Cobain was dead.
Okay, so it was like a little delayed. I mean, I know.
I think so.
Like rock music, like from the music industry standpoint, like Germany is a big market for rock music in general.
Oh yeah, yes, absolutely.
I just don't know how like clued in they got to the whole grunge movement,
Right. Well, I think it's like one of the, I don't know if it's the highest or one of the highest metal markets.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
There's a lot of metalheads here.
Yeah, I'd really love to bring more bands to Germany specifically, but like everybody I work with is like folk or country.
Yeah, well, that might actually go well here. Like, you could have it's a certain audience, that might like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
No.
You do have concerts over here, though, so like in Berlin or in Munich, I think.
Yeah. I mean, with one of the artists I work with, yeah, but the other ones, they don't really tour there as often.
The thing is that folk music is very it's very much about what you're saying in your songs. So most of the people here that live here would probably not be able to understand. I mean, they do all speak English, but if you sing it or if you speak fast, they can't keep up.
Okay.
So that's the only problem I see there.
So it's got to be like real simple.
Not necessarily simple, but it's more about the sound of it, not so much about the essence of it.
Oh, right. The storytelling.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would definitely like to see some of your bands playing on the marketplace here in Rothenburg or something. That'd be pretty badass.
Dude, after this, I mean, I don't know how long this is going to last. I do know, though, that after this is over, flights are going to be cheap.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are not going to want to travel, and that is a perfect time to bring some bands out.
Yeah. I think
You
I'm gonna
know,
go to Egypt or something. Just
we've
for
been
like
talking about Hawaii.
Hawaii. That's a bit far for
Yeah,
me. But Egypt is like 3 hours away. They got all these all-inclusive places, so nobody gets paid shit, so it's dirt cheap. Be pretty awesome for like a week.
I
We'll see.
have no. I mean, maybe it's because I'm American and I'm just naive, but I have no desire to ever go to Egypt.
Yeah, I don't either, but it's cheap. It's
So is
a whole
Croatia.
no, dude, no. Croatia's expensive as fuck, dude.
Is it expensive now?
Yes, yeah. When I
How
was a kid,
expensive?
it's expensive, man. I don't know. My friend from Switzerland was there, and they paid like $7,000 for like a camping vacation for 2 weeks.
You gotta be
It was
fucking kidding
fucking
me.
insane. It's all glamping and bullshit, and the food is really expensive. I don't know. But hey, we got to wrap this thing up. Let's talk about Croatia next time some more. I can definitely. I always wanted to go back there. I used to go there in the '90s. You know,
Yeah.
now, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, man. Um, I'm gonna put this guy live, and we'll see you in episode 4.
All right. Peace, brother.
Peace.
Sweet.